This was next level. It was amazing. I feel absolutely different, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I was able to let go of so much limitation and fear and expand on an energetic level. I just feel so open and so aligned. And I've been able to let go and free up so much more potential. And so now that I've cleared that space out, I can tell that I'm going to be able to download, contain, and maintain a much more significant imprint in this world.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to Akashic Answers with Emily. I am so happy that you are joining me. We're going to jam for the next, 30, 45 minutes together in the Akashic Records. If you are a visionary, a thought leader, a difference maker, somebody who you know that you are meant for more on this planet, you desire to help humanity and to make an impact, you're in the right place today, because the Akashic Records is going to help folk like us clear our childhood trauma so that we can play bigger. Our dreams matter. Every single person on this planet. Our dreams, our thoughts, what we want to experience, it matters more than ever right now, because we are responsible for creating it. And if you are here today, I am excited to know you deeper, to help and serve whatever your mission is here on the planet, and to introduce myself. If this is the first time we are meeting, I'm Emily Harrison. I am the founder here inside the Akashic Academy. For the last 10 years, we have been training visionaries, thought leaders, difference makers across the planet how to exit the world of ordinary mind and tap into super conscious intelligence, where we have access to all the answers that we need so that we can bring through instantaneous wisdom, guidance, and clarity for what we're doing here on the planet right now. There are some aspects to the soul journey that you need to know about. First of all, we're here to wake up in this lifetime and to turn on self-healing. Okay, what does that look like? It doesn't just mean healing your physical body, although that is a fun thing to do, I'll tell you. Powerful when we can flip on that epigenetic coding that allows us to heal the physical body. Although healing the physical body starts on the subtle planes of energy, healing our emotions, healing our thought patterns. Okay, and this is where the Akashic Records come in so powerfully. Every single person on the planet has their own unique Akashic Record. And when you learn to tap into your Akashic Record, you can ask questions about your life. You should ask questions about your life, about why you've experienced the things that you have. Because here's the deal. If you haven't learned the lesson that your soul signed up for in whatever your childhood or adulthood trauma is, okay, our traumas, our challenges, our failures in life, these are our great teachers. And if we don't understand why we signed up for it and what the soul lesson was, we're bound to repeat it. Okay. And that's where the Akashic Records come in so handy. I want to encourage you guys to ask questions. Okay. Because this is truly what makes the show really powerful, is the real-time questions where I get to dive into the records and bring through information that will assist all of us truly here on the planet. So think about areas in your life where you're stuck. Think about things that don't make sense to you. Think about things that you want to experience. You can ask questions like, what's the best path for me to experience XYZ? It's the best way for me to get there. It's called reverse engineering. I love reverse engineering our big goals and dreams. So if you have big goals and dreams that you want to reverse engineer, pop those in the chat box for me too. I'm also tuning in here on my phone on YouTube. Hopefully I'll be able to see more of your chats. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know in the comments. I am coming to you live from the high Sierras here in Reno, Nevada, where the Kundalini energy of the planet surfaces here. So it creates an incredible amplification of all the energy that we get to play with today. All right. So I also am going to check in with my notes here today to make sure that I cover all of the things that the Akashic Records are bringing my awareness to in terms of the inner child healing, nervous system regulation, emotional survival patterns. Yeah. Anybody else feel already like, ooh, I might have some of those. Right on. Sebastian Jean-Felix coming from Montreal. Julie coming from North Carolina. I'm glad you're here, Julie. Sherry dropping in from Oklahoma. I love it. Y'all do me a favor too. Hit that love, like, heart button. God, blow up the algorithms for us here. The more of us that join here together to learn, to shift our awareness, to activate, the more powerful this transmission gets. All right. So I want to invite you, just take a few nice deep breaths. Let your heart open up. Drop into yourself. Meet yourself in this moment. Meet me and the other souls who are joining here live and on the replay. Activate your crystalline tube of light that runs up and down your spine. Okay, this is going to get the intelligence flowing in for you too. I want you to drop that crystalline tube of light into the core of Mother Earth. And then ground it out the top of your head as well into the Akash. So move it all the way out of this universe, move it out of the multiverse, anchor into the Akash, the all that is. Akash is a Sanskrit word for ether. Ether is primordial energy. Okay, and then when you're ready, you give the directive to activate that flow of energy. What you're going to notice coming up from Mother Earth is full embodiment, the full divine blueprint of potential of what the earth can be, of what you can be. Our bodies are a holographic representation of Mother Earth. We are connected in this way. We are in soul contract to walk on her surface, illuminating and animating our highest potential at this time. That's why you're here. That's why you're here on the planet. It's especially why you're here on the show. We got a soul contract to do our work here together. So this work that we're doing here today is going to light you up, help you to remember. Okay, so as you're calling that energy, the consciousness up from Mother Earth, you are bringing online inside of every cell of your body full potentiality, your full Christed conscious potential. Some of you guys who are clairsentient, you're going to feel it start buzzing. Let me know if you feel it. My daughter just texted me. And the message started, bro, mom. I didn't read the rest of it. See, look how powerful that Mother Earth energy is. I start calling it up and pumping it through my being, and then my daughter texts me. I love how the universe works. All right, and then coming down from that crystalline tube of light is the highest level of intelligence of your soul. Okay, yes. And as that intelligence spirals down, what happens is it illuminates in your being the vibrational frequency of your highest potential. So the more you tune in, the more you hold this vibrational frequency, the more your thoughts will naturally align to your highest potential. So that means you're going to stop thinking thoughts that are associated with your lower potential, where we're learning in challenge, we're learning in conflict. I shouldn't say that learning in challenge is bad. All right. We're always going to learn through some form of contrast here on this planet. It's duality. It's what holds this whole planet in place, the north-south pole. Day, night, you're going to find this symbolism everywhere. The Hermetic principles tell us, as above, so below, as within, so without. So basically, if you find duality one place, you're going to find it everywhere. You're going to find it within yourself. And that's another part of what we're here to do is really to master this duality, to bring ourselves back into harmony, balance. Okay, when you look at day and night and how that's naturally balanced, it invites us to balance our light, our shadow, our feminine, our masculine energy. And as we begin to harmonize these frequencies and hold these frequencies in our body, your brain adjusts so that you start thinking thoughts that are associated with your highest timeline. That means ideas that you're going to get and actions that you will be compelled to take will be coming from that frequency of your highest timeline. All right, so I want to invite you to practice holding that frequency while we're here together on the show. All right, and I'll tell you a little story about what I did this weekend. I spent the weekend with a bunch of overachievers at the zoo. And it was really fun. We went to the Oakland Zoo. And when I'm hanging out with a bunch of overachievers, I begin to notice patterns that are alike in all of us. And one of the main things that I noticed was how challenging it is to relax. So much so that we schedule weekends away like this just so we can purposely hang out with friends, be in that space of buddiness. It's so important to be with friends, to be with your tribe, and to relax and to have fun. Okay, and while it was somewhat challenging, we leaned into it really good, as overachievers do. And I spent the day at the zoo being in the beautiful presence of my friends Tom and Maki, who are docents there at the zoo. And they began to share with us their genius, their wisdom, their knowledge about the animals. And as I was at the Oakland Zoo, high up above the noise, anybody ever been to the Oakland Zoo? You take gondolas up so that you're high above the city, okay, above the noise, closer to God, closer to the God consciousness. And I was able to perceive the awe, the wonderment, the magic of this planet. Okay, in all the different animals, the trees, the grass, the flowers, the bugs, the birds, the kids who were there at the zoo, all of the different biodiversity here on the planet that allows us to experience God consciousness in physical form. That is amazing. Okay, being in touch with how freaking cool it is to be here. That's what will put you in the frequency of your divine blueprint, of your divine potentiality. We got to stay in that space of awe and wonderment and play. Our inner child knows this. How many of you have ever found yourself saying, oh, I wish I knew then what I knew now? If you found yourself saying that, type me in the comments. If I only knew then. Okay, so in essence, what we're saying is that we wish that we could time travel, take some of the knowledge that our adult has and bring it back to our younger self, right? What if this works both ways? What if the value and wisdom of our child is what we needed to bring into our now to access our full power? All right, guys, I'm going to take one small pause here and I'm going to read my daughter's message because now my other kid's calling me. Let's say. Nope. Okay, we're all good. Because one time, legit, when I was live on the air, I got a whole bunch of messages from a kid, and dude had been carjacked and kidnapped. So talk about the adult trauma. We're going to clear all these imprints out today, okay? Maybe that's why it's bringing it up in my field, so I can work even more dynamically with clearing the imprints. All right, so back to this idea of what if it's our inner child that we need to bring into our adulthood in order to access our full power. And there are so many people out there on the planet. I talk to so many of you that one of your deepest desires is to know what your mission is here on the planet. Our inner child knows this. We come into this planet with that awareness. Okay, and so many of us have had childhood trauma that causes our nervous systems not to relax now. We got to constantly be doing, proving ourselves, proving our worth. Relaxation, play, fun tends to be something that we feel guilty for doing. Although I promise you, because there's a great promise of freedom that comes with this work, that your inner child has keys to freedom that are going to release you and bring you back into a state of power where you get to create freedom in your life. All right. Although many of our inner children, we've experienced trauma in our childhood that we haven't had the tools to process. So what we do is we stuff it down. It gets stuck in our soft tissues, the soft tissue of our body. Okay. And we begin to play small. We create coping mechanisms. All right. Many of us experienced parents who were very angry and very frustrated. A lot of us have ancestral anger. I do, running through my lineage. Cleared a lot of that. Let me know if you feel like you've got ancestral anger running through your lineage. There's a lot of violence that we've experienced here on this planet. Not only collectively, but within our families, within ourselves. even. Okay, and what happens when we experience things that are uncomfortable, anywhere from uncomfortable to causing us to suffer greatly, the nervous system begins to respond with coping mechanisms that cause us to start playing small. And eventually we take on so many of these coping mechanisms that the inner child doesn't even feel comfortable coming out and playing. Right? Shelly says, definitely, she feels this. Me. Thank you, Julie. Likely. Cool. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to do some tapping, okay, that's going to start releasing and clearing the trauma imprints from our life. I've used this technique that we're going to do here together to not only clear a success ceiling in my life, so that really helped me in terms of my adult life and being an entrepreneur. You don't want success. Ain't nobody want a success ceiling in their life, okay? But I had a traumatic imprint in my life from being fired from Bold and the Beautiful in Hollywood. I didn't know how to cope with that. If you've ever had something big happen and you felt like you didn't know how to cope and then you just figured it out, that's what I thought I was doing when I got fired from Bold and the Beautiful. And really what my Akashic records showed me almost 10 years later, because I kept running up against my own, the same patterns over and over again. It's like I had a success ceiling that I could not make more than $3,000 a month. I did not feel comfortable. Of course I wanted to make more. Human Emily thought she felt comfortable. Although what happened was I had created a success ceiling in my life. And the interesting thing is, I don't know why I set it at $3,000. Oh, maybe because that's how much I made approximately when I was waiting tables. So back in the time of my life when I broke out of my table waiting chapter and made it as an actress and got the contract role on The Bold and the Beautiful, I probably went from making about $3,000 a month to 12 to 15, depending on just like the how many episodes they used me. But I had a minimum guarantee, right? I had never made that much money in my life. And probably some of y'all thought soap stars made more than that. They do once you've been there for a long time. But starting out, you're making about six figures. Okay. I never made that much money, especially acting, in my life. Not in any other job that I ever did either. Okay. It was the most money that I ever made. And then I end up getting fired from this role, and I don't have the means to cope with it. So I just think, all right, I'll figure it out. But what my soul really said was, if this is what success looks like, I don't want it. Okay, so I created this subconscious soul contract with myself and my nervous system, where it didn't matter what my brain or what mantras I was saying. I did not feel safe. My nervous system wasn't safe. I wasn't comfortable holding that frequency. Okay, a lot of you guys who are excited to be more visible and to tell your stories and to share your medicine here on the planet. Being seen and heard is a big thing that our soul deals with. And if you had childhood imprints where it wasn't safe for you to be seen or heard, anywhere from, you were beat to you were ostracized from the family to you were just embarrassed one afternoon when you spoke your truth and your friends looked at you like you were crazy. Like humans, we're very sensitive creatures. We create soul contracts to play small. Okay? So we're going to clear that out of your field today. Who's ready to work? Julie says, funny, just finished reading The Big Leap, all about upper limiting and awareness on how to get past it. Right on, Julie. Your soul bringing you into the right place today to keep working. I love it. Which, by the way, thank you all for being here and following your souls, your higher self into this space so we can work and train together. Because you could be anywhere right now. And we're here together. All right. So again, guys, this is much more effective if you do it in the space of your Akashic records. So if you have not connected your crystalline tube of light, I'm going to invite you to activate that right now. Drop it into the core of Mother Earth. Extend it outside this time-space continuum into the Akash. Activate that flow of energy. And drop your consciousness. Imagine your consciousness. That's our ability to perceive and understand and to process. Just pull all of that energy right out of your mind, right out of your monkey mind right now. Bring it into a crystal ball of consciousness. Do I have a crystal ball around here anywhere? Usually I have a crystal ball somewhere. I don't have a crystal ball on my desk right now. Okay. Drop it down into the heart space. Bring it back into the heart. Absorb it back into the heart. So activate your heart mind. Let your heart mind do the processing. Okay. And we're going to start by tapping on the lungs. Your lungs store sadness. Okay. Your lungs are storing the somatic memory of the sadness that you experienced from whatever trauma imprint that you want to clear, and holding space for clearing all of our childhood traumas and imprints. Now, you might have some memories that come up in your field. Your job is to face and feel them, then let them move on. Okay, now we're going to start the secret chant. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. Let's hear it for the Ho'oponopono. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. Good deep breath in. Let all that sadness come out into the hands. Throw that back into the earth. You can throw it to a bucket of spiritual salt water. Good job. All right, this is a medicine protocol that the Akashic Records downloaded into my field. And I used this to clear my $3,000 a month success ceiling. And within 8 months, I had like quintupled my income. And like I made $172,000 that year. Doing a job I made up, not a contract role on a soap opera I got in Hollywood. Okay. So what this is going to allow you to do is clear that energy that's held you back from playing small and catch you up to speed with your highest potential. Okay. You guys feel it working already? Feel the medicine working? I'm getting lots of chills. We're going to move into the heart energy now. Your heart stores unforgiveness. Okay. And we just begin to speak the Ho'oponopono as you tap. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Deep breath in. Let all the unforgiveness for you, for others, for the world, for God, whoever you pissed at, just let it all come out in your hands right now, okay? Throwing that into a bucket of spiritual salt water, back into Mother Earth. Good. We're going to do the belly, neck, stomach. Stomach stores the worry. I want to talk to you guys about Ho'oponopono for those of you who are not familiar. This is a tool of alchemy. Alchemy is transmutation. It is, you've likely heard of it, moving lead to gold. Okay, when we talk about alchemy in the personal or spiritual transmutation sense, we are moving energy from a corruptible state. Okay, our traumas, our imprints, the places we feel scared is like a sketchy cat. Okay, that's your corruptible state, into your place of stability. Hold your peace. You choose, you get your freedom back. You tracking? That's alchemy. Ho'oponopono is, you can look at it as like a spell that will initiate the alchemization process for you, okay? Stomach stores the worry. We're going to release all of the worry that you've held associated with your trauma, your childhood trauma. We're going to release it now. You guys are working hard. I can tell because I got goosebumps all down my arms. Good job. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Deep breath in. Oh, y'all, I can feel the innocence returning right now. Exhale. All the worry, the times you've worried about fitting in, you've worried about being loved, you've worried about money, you've worried about your safety, you've worried about food on the table. Okay. Take it out. You're the only one who can do it. Get it out. Thank you. Oh, chills everywhere. Thank you all. It's a big one. Emotions coming up. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to work the kidneys next. So that's your back body. I'm going to lean forward just a little bit. All right, and we're just going to gently tap on the kidneys back there. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. This is releasing the fear. Fear. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Most of y'all are afraid of how big you can get too, by the way. We get afraid of our success. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. One more. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Deep breath in. Exhaling all of the fear. Let it all out. Yeah, some of you have feared for your life before. Like my son who got kidnapped. Okay, releasing that fear that you can be taken over. The guides want you to program hang on, take two. Sometimes just got to make noise. There's so much energy. All right, so the guides are inviting any one of you who resonate with this. Now that you cleared the fear, you are prepared to properly contemplate the question from your higher self. What if I am who I think I am? What if I am who I think I am? What if I am who I think I am? You see why I'm an actress? I can say it like 10 different ways. Pick whichever one works for you. And just ask yourself right now and just let that program into your being. Okay, we got one more organ to clear. We're going to clear the liver. Liver stores the anger. Liver is in your lower front right body, down there in the low belly area, belly groinish. Okay, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive. Not really groin. It's more up in the lower belly. Y'all know where your liver is. I trust you can find it. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Releasing the anger. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Deep breath in. Exhale all the anger out. Good, throw into spiritual salt water. Okay, here's the deal with anger, guys. Anger is generally a guardian emotion. What do I mean by a guardian emotion? I mean, our anger comes up generally to protect us from one of two emotions, fear or sadness. Okay, so now that you just laid off your inner guardian, your inner anger guardian, you're going to have some feelings that come up. Okay, I want you to say, I am safe to feel my feelings. I am safe to feel my feelings. I am safe to feel my feelings. This is going to move you back into a place of self-trust. How many of you feel like you've lost trust with yourself somewhere along the way, and when the intuition drops in a very big idea, it feels challenging to move forward because you're not sure if it's going to work or not? One of the reasons that so many of us have lost self-trust is because we don't understand our traumas, our challenges, like our pain points. These are designed to be our soul teachers, and our soul starts to get frustrated, or our human starts to get frustrated if we don't understand why our soul picked it. And we just start to feel like a victim. And anytime you feel like a victim or you think like a victim, you have lost your power. You are going to be distorted with stress, with negativity, with lies that you will tell yourself. That's why it's so important to keep our vibrational frequencies high. Human beings, we are powerful creators. Y'all, we the most sparkly bunch of bedazzled beings of consciousness in the whole galaxy, and we're so sensitive. We're so susceptible to distortion. Okay, whether that's stress, whether that's ways that we give away our power and allow ourselves to be manipulated, like not knowing your true self and what your purpose, your gift, your passion here is on the planet, is going to leave you flailing through life needing to make more and more money so you can accumulate more and more material possessions so that you can feel like you are succeeding here on the planet, and it's just going to create more emptiness. The quest for self-knowledge is the highest level quest path of integrity and truth that you can be on right now. It's understanding why you tick. Okay, and the reason most of us have lost trust with ourselves and have lost trust with allowing our intuition, allowing ourselves to be led by unseen guidance is because we've experienced a whole bunch of traumas that we don't know why. We've like, that's fucked up. So we're starting to assume now we're recreating this thought pattern and feeling like everything that's happening to us must be fucked up. When we go into the Akashic records and we understand why our soul chose the experiences we chose, we release ourselves from those soul contracts. We get to choose differently. We get to create differently. Okay. What questions y'all have about what you're learning today, by the way? I'm going to drop in here on YouTube and check in with the comments over here. Cool. All right, so telling yourself, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe is definitely an invitation to stabilize your nervous system. Okay, exhaling longer than your inhale will also stabilize your nervous system. And this is the state that you want to be in when you ask yourself that question, what if I am who I think I am? Okay, and you will begin to reprogram yourself. I can't wait for you guys to use this over the course of the week and the month and the rest of your life and reprogram the heck out of yourself. Sherry says, afraid I've lost trust in myself because crystal business hasn't grown as I expected. Was it the wrong path? All right, let me tap in and see what your guides have to say. Okay, so actually, so much going off. Okay, got a lot of energy going off in my third eye. My ears are going. Okay, so the first question that the guides are bringing through, they want me to ask you, Sherry, is in terms of understanding like all of the pieces to run a business. Have you started a business before? I had not. I mean, I had a lemonade stand before I did the Akashic record work. And I guess you could look at being an actress and promoting myself. Like that was somewhat a business. I realized that this affects so many of us heart-led leaders and entrepreneurs is that there are tactical aspects of how to grow a business, brick and mortar business, how to grow an online business. And I had a belief system that I could figure it out on my own, first of all, it came from a childhood trauma imprint of feeling like I had to do everything myself. Cool. Yes, you had a childcare business before. Okay, cool. So good. You got your hands wet with a little entrepreneurship. I love entrepreneurship. I love entrepreneurs. I had to learn a lot of strategies and tactics that I thought I would eventually just figure out, or that I could teach myself. And that came from a childhood imprint or pattern of feeling like I had to do everything myself. I remember one time I wanted a clubhouse. Like I wanted a clubhouse. It was very specific. I mean, I'm sure I had architected out these radical designs and handed over to my dad. And within a couple of weeks of him not building it, my ass was dragging 2x4s out of his shed, trying to saw them with a handsaw, thinking, I'm going to get her done. And I can see how that has replicated through my entire life into my adulthood. Everywhere from it, when I had little kids and I could have utilized them to unload the dishwasher and stuff, I was still doing all of that. Did them a disservice really by not giving them more jobs where they felt more value. That would definitely be a do-over that I would do. If I had a do-over, my kids would do more chores. I also noticed it in my business, Sherry. So I thought that, okay, I'll figure this out. I'll be gritty. I'll do it. And that is a lack pattern. It's a lack thought form. And that will perfume everything else. Okay. So I would say look for the areas where I thought build it and they will come. Now, 4 years later, where are they at? So Sherry, what the guides want to bring your attention to is finding areas where the thought form is still dialed to the frequency of lack, maybe in a very subtle way. Okay, here's what the guides are saying, we can flip this. You thought, build it and they will come. So let's talk about the movie The Field of Dreams, because that's where that comes from, right? Build it and they will come. I got chills everywhere. Oh, chills everywhere. Whew, dang, all the way into my face. So yes, build it and they will come. If we're looking at it from the perspective of, they needed to save the farm and they're going to build this arena for the baseball players and then all the other people are going to come. What about looking at it like we're building it for the baseball players who are already here? They're just waiting for it. Okay. So Sherry, let's go back in time right now. And let's switch that from build it and they will come to I'm building it because they're here and they're asking me for it. Because they're here now and they're asking me for it. And see how that sets you up to, you already have this massive supply of people waiting to buy from you, rather than you set it up and you waiting for them to go. See how we shifted that? That was a powerful one, Jerry. Okay, the guys want me to bring in an activation to open up the third eye, to create an increase in our perception, our awareness, so we can look at things differently. Look at the same things in our life, but look at them differently. Good stuff. Any more questions today, guys? And while you're thinking about if you have any more questions, I want to share some exciting news with you. First of all, y'all, I built something so cool for you, for me, for us. I got a download from the Akashic Records a couple months ago to create some micro content that will give people instantaneous access to their intuitive mind. You want to bypass your thinking mind. You want to drop right in. I built something super cool. So, by the way, this is a brand new YouTube channel designed to house our Akashic Answers with Emily episodes here. And I created a playlist on this channel. So first thing, please subscribe to this channel because it's a new one. All right. And then after we wrap up here, I want you to check out the playlist. This playlist is designed to teach you, to educate you about the Akashic Records, how you can instantly tap in, as well as do it and get information that will be very valuable to you in real time, because that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to help you tap in to get insight you need right now that's going to make a difference in your life. Okay. So I'm so excited to share that with you. Check out the playlist here on the Akashic Answers with Emily YouTube channel. More exciting news. I will be heading to Palm Springs next week to open up consciousness not Conscious Life Expo. That was the one back in LA. This is Palm Desert. This is Contact in the Desert. I'm going to be opening with some stand-up comedy. So I'm going to be traveling there next week and super excited about that. And before I leave, I got booked for another interview on Coast to Coast Radio. I love Coast to Coast. The audience is big, open, and ready to learn. I love it. The only challenge with the Coast to Coast is it's the middle of the night. So I'll be taking some naps this weekend too, so I can get my butt up in the middle of the night. Thank you all so much for being here, for all of the ways that you support. I do see one more question coming up here. Shelly says, is there anything I need to know about my children's past health issues? Let me tap in and see what the guys have to say. That your children knew exactly what they were doing when they chose to incarnate in this lifetime and to experience those challenges, and you as their mom. Like everybody up-leveled massively in terms of soul freedom and being able to choose how you want to feel in any set of circumstances. The guides are also saying, Shelly, that your children were clearing ancestral energy from the ancestral lineage, from the line. And I feel like it's, they've got a perfect genetic blueprint of health moving forward. And I've got chills all down my body as I'm saying that. Cool. Oh, good. That's okay. Shelly, thank you for sharing us with your crying. That's one of the natural medicines the body comes equipped with, laughter and tears. Your tears are also extremely encoded with intelligence. So I'll encourage you, wipe them and lick them. I do this all the time now. I learned it from my friend Isha. Some of you are like, that's weird. Yeah, it is. I thought it was weird too. But then let me tell you the reasoning behind it. So I want you to think about the salt, the saline, the crystalline structure, okay? Crystals, coded energy. That is coded intelligence, encoded intelligence. Whatever that physical, that the physical water and the crystalline component of that saline water that's coming out of your eyes right now, Shelly, is encoded information. Okay. Your body is a natural alchemizing machine. We talked about alchemy earlier in this episode. Alchemy is transmutation, moving something from a corruptible substance into stability. So when you eat a piece of food, Sadhguru says this, you eat a piece of bread, within 20 minutes, the bread become a part of you. How is my Indian accent? It was decent for just channeling it. Okay. All right. So back to you eat the bread, you digest it, becomes a part of you, right? So the bread itself is corruptible, but then you break it down into nutrients that are sustainable and energy that becomes sustainable for your body. Your body naturally does this. So when you lick your tears, guys, then notice what becomes available to you. What do I mean by that? Notice what you perceive in your thoughts and your emotions. If you're moving too fast through life, you'll probably miss them. So it's good to sit down for a bit, breathe, chill, see what's in your mind when you allow it to unravel. Okay, and Shelly, you'll get a lot of information about what was moving through your field there. Okay, and reach out to me, share. Good stuff. It's fun to start decoding ourselves, right? Thank you all so much for being here. One more sacred invitation for those of you who feel like you're called to go deeper into this work, either into the Akashic Records work or our Mount Shasta experience is coming up. This is a sacred initiation on the mountain that happens every year at Lionsgate. And holy crap, y'all. Mount Shasta, this excursion in and of itself is life-changing, and you will experience anomalies that you do not experience in the 3D world. The veil is very thin there due to the piezoelectric energy, the supravolcanic activity that we have from the mountain, as well as it being the root chakra of the planet and an international spaceport, intergalactic gateway. So when you go to the Akashic alchemy immersion on Mount Shasta during August, you will download what your highest potential timeline is. You'll get clarity. You move that through your body. You write it with your own hand. You map out, you reverse engineer what it looks like to move into your timeline of highest potential. And the year after Mount Shasta, as our planet moves through all of the astrological gateways and we experience that influence of how they shift our lives, everything that is not in alignment with your highest timeline will clear from your field. It is phenomenal how that happens. Now, this is not a trip for the faint of heart. This is a trip for y'all who are ready to have all your dreams come true and you're ready to do the work that it takes to actually align to it. Okay, it is required that you have trained in your Akashic records to join us because there is so much availability of information in the field, and you need to perceive it and you need to know what to do with it. All right, so part of that investment, if you do want to come to Mount Shasta, and I say if you want to come, there is an application process. So you got to get approved. You got to mean business. All right, but if your application is approved, the Learn to Read the Akashic Record training is included in that investment. Okay, so you can become a certified Akashic Record practitioner as well. Awesome. Shelley says, I was reading The Alchemist when my son was in the hospital. Perfect. Yep. Awesome. All right. So for those of you guys who do want to talk with me about what your potential and future is here at the Akashic Academy, in the description of this video, you will find a link to my schedule where you can book a free call. And I invite you to do that. All right. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. If this has served you today, please share this out. And I love you. I look forward to seeing you next week. All right. Bye.
My first experience with the Academy was a one-day workshop. And I made such a profound shift in that one day that I knew I would work with her. Working with Emily this week has been profound and amazing, and the way she presents it, if you listen, you get it.